one day you're going to look back and be glad that you didn't give up. Hey there, you guys. How you doing? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, what the frig is going on, right? I mean, wow, we had seen Bitcoin as stable as it had ever been. People thought that we weren't going to go any lower, myself included. Then we took a little bit of a dip. Everybody out there, waving that buy the dip flag, buy the dip flag. I did it. I bought the dip. Here we are, even lower. Right? Well, I thought maybe the news is all on the price. It's all everyone's talking about, trying to point fingers here, point fingers there. So I thought, hey, let's just have a nice open discussion about it. Let's see what you guys are thinking. Let's see what my opinions are and what you guys feel about them. Because, this stuff is hindsight's 2020. Shaking Magic 8 Ball. Is the price manipulated? We've heard quite a bit of that kind of stuff when it comes to Bitcoin. Are we looking at some Bitcoin Cash wars and, Craig Wright and Roger Ver selling off a bunch of their Bitcoin? Is it that people are afraid of the regulation? Is it that, the Bitcoin price was actually pumped up and held up by Tether for a while, and now we're actually just getting down to a realistic range? Start piling it up in the chat because we got our lovely assistant, Samantha, over there.
Good evening, everyone.
So how are you this evening, Samantha?
I'm all right.
Just all right?
It's not awesome.
Yeah, Bitcoin price got you bummed out a little bit.
A little.
But we're not supposed to look at the fiat value. That's what we're always trying to preach. But at the same time, we're all human, right? Nobody likes the ideal of losing money. Money makes the world go round, right?
Yeah. I don't like the reverse where it says, give me the $100 bill and I'll give you the dollar.
All right, Samantha. Well, let's pull up the screen share. Let's take a look through a few screens. Let's talk about it, you guys. Let's talk about the price. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? What do you think is causing this to happen? How low do you think we're going? We've heard 1,500. We've heard 3,000. Samantha said the other day she'd be scared if we got down to $3,000 or lower. And what are we looking at right now? $4,390. We're looking at another 10.6% drop on Bitcoin. We're looking at almost 31% for the week we are down. Man, that hurts, right? Talking about some rough times right now, right here, if you're invested. Well, they're actually only rough if you're looking to cash out, right? Otherwise, if you're looking at the big perspective, as a lot of people like to try to focus on at this point in time, this is the opportunity that you'll be kicking yourself in the butt for, saying, I didn't pick it up when Bitcoin dropped down to this price, right?
Yes.
And of course, when Bitcoin comes down, they all come down with it, right? For once, though, we're seeing X Rapid. They're breaking separate. A lot of people were talking about that while all of this Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin price falling was happening, they were going to go jump into X Rapid. Looks like a few of them did. They're falling, but not quite as much. They're coming in at 43 cents. It's really not a bad price for X Rapid. That's down only 15.45%. As we're seeing, 30% or more losses across the board for the week. We got Ethereum coming in at $128. I'm sure that any of those ICOs out there holding Ethereum at this moment are definitely trying to dump it. I know that cannot be helping the price at all. Down 3.1%, or down 14.7% in the last 24 hours, 37.6% for the week. Ouch. Bitcoin Cash, we'll look at this one here in a moment because we're going to divide that one up, of course. We got Stellars, or XLMs, coming in at 19 cents. That's down 15% on the day, 26% on the week. Are they going to be taking over the Bitcoin Cash spot here soon? Possibly. I guess I'd have my fingers crossed that Stellar Lumas would take over Bitcoin Cash. Definitely, I know a lot of you guys like Bitcoin Cash, or I've heard you guys that like Bitcoin Cash definitely crying out in the comment sections and to me on Twitter, especially when you guys say I'm such a naysayer about it. But, these events that have been occurring recently have definitely made me lose some more respect for the coin, besides the fact of the respect I had already taken away from them for the fact that they tried to steal our Bitcoin name. We got EOS dropping below that $4 mark, $3.69. That's down 10%. That's down 29. Sammy on the sidelines with a damn. We got Litecoin coming in at $32. That's down 11.44%. That's down 33% for the week.
Oh, man, if I had balls, I'd be getting kicked in them right now. This is not awesome.
Oh, I know. But, I mean...
It is what it is. I mean...
You gotta... I mean, what was it? The guy on FUD TV was saying that, I mean, these are the prices that if Bitcoin is going back to $20,000, these are the prices you want to be buying it at. You want to be buying it at $4,000 so that you're making a 5x profit when it returns. I mean, it's just that, I mean, we've been hearing some people calling that it could be 3 to 5 years before we see it go back to that. I mean, I just love how everybody likes to change their story. I thought it was the most hilarious thing yesterday when I seen that. Remember the technical analysis wedge that we were going to break up or break down? Well, it looks like we broke down from it for sure. But then they go ahead and they redraw the lines and put us still inside of a new wedge, saying that we could potentially break up here soon. Steam, 39.7 cents. Ouch. That's down 14.26%. That's down 45% on the week. Not doing anybody any favors right now. Steam, back, dollar. See what we got going on here. 82 cents. So, I mean, if that don't tell you a little bit about something, I mean, personally, you know, we don't have an ETF. And one of the main reasons we never got an ETF is because they said that the cryptocurrency markets are heavily manipulated. And I mean, for some reason, nobody can understand why we're looking at this price. Nobody can give us a clear cut, like, oh, it's probably because of this. I mean, the stuff that everyone is saying, it feels like manipulation to me. And I mean, I know I've only been here for 2 years. And I mean, you could go talk to Trace Mayer and other people like that have been in the space since Bitcoin was 25 cents. And they'll tell you whatever they're feeling at the moment. Some of them are saying that Bitcoin should be back valued at this price because I mean, if we're looking at from 1,000 to 4,000 in 2 years, that's a really good return. So, all right, let's see. What do we got going on? Here we go. We got Bitcoin Cash, they're 48.4% ahead. They're on the same block height. Even Stevens.
Nah.
All right. Well, even Stevens is even Stevens, right? Well, let's take a look, see what we got for a price. $41 for Satoshi's Vision. $208 for the ABC. Still, I mean, we're looking at, I mean, a 32% drop there on Satoshi's Vision, and we're looking at a 6% drop on the ABC. I was also noticing, I went to go send some transactions. Transaction fees are up a little bit. As you can see, we got 22,000. It was up to 25,000 a minute ago, so they're clearing.
Look at all that. 12,000, 2,000. Then we have some 300s, 200. What?
This is people trying to move their money around, trying to figure out how to save it, how to salvage it, how to stop the hemorrhaging. At the
I like that one, 59 cents. Yeah.
At the same exact time, you know, I mean, I usually don't do anything when stuff like this happens, but this time I did take a percentage, 20%, 25%, and I pulled out. I pulled back to USD just in case. Christmas is around the corner. I definitely don't want to tell my family they have to go without Christmas because Bitcoin dropped. I also went ahead and I changed up the tally fund a little bit here. There was $80 in it. It dropped down to $61. I went ahead and pulled that back to cash and put it into the safe. And I dropped the amount on the tally fund from 750 to 700 to accommodate that. I'd rather have the money in the safe. That way I can take money out of my paycheck and go ahead and buy this first ticket. Probably not this week, but the following week I seen that they are like 90% full in tier 1 for purchasing the Forbidden Kingdom festival tickets. After that, the tickets are going to go up another $25. I definitely don't want to have a situation where the ticket prices are going up and the Bitcoin prices are going down, and I'm out here having to ask you guys for more and more and more in order to make this happen.
We also don't know how many tiers they actually have or anything like that. So when they start saying tier blah blah is selling out, we're FOMOing over here apparently.
I think there's a lot of blood and there's a lot of FOMO happening in the market right now. But I mean, Paul Rouleau, my man, thank you very much.
He's in the chat.
He is in the chat already. Your money is safe. It is in cash in our safe. And I did drop this $50 is $10 difference here, but I figured we'll figure it all out. I just, it's hard to spread the word of Bitcoin when the price keeps coming down. And no one really wants to donate, and it's hard to try to talk about it with people when they're saying, well, you just lost 15%. Nobody wants to jump into something that's been losing 10% a day for the last several days. So I guess good thing we got those 9 to 5s there, Simi. All right. Let's go ahead. Let's stop the screen share. Let's pop this out so you guys can take a look at my backyard. And let's pull out the chat, see what we got going on. Oh, let's not trip over the wire. We'll end the whole production. That'd be horrible.
Oh. Paul Rouleau says, the horror, the horror.
I know, man. I'm right here with you. I mean, I tell you guys all the time, I do not save in fiat dollars. I save everything solely in crypto. And like I tell you guys, like 95%, 90% is Bitcoin pretty much at all times. So, yeah, I mean, I just took a 30% hit this week on my entire life savings.
You gotta love it.
At the same time, I'm human. It sucks. I'm not super pleased about it. But at the same time, I'm not going to let it get me down. I'm still going to try to stay positive. We got Thanksgiving coming up on Thursday. We're off tomorrow, right, Sammy? So we're on our Thanksgiving break. Thanksgiving is one of those times when you're supposed to get out there and say what you're thankful for. I'm thankful for you guys, of course. I'm thankful for everything that's going on here with Bitcoin and coffee. I'm really thankful for the purpose that Bitcoin has given me in my life and how it's opened up my eyes, and I've been awakened to what money is and what's really happening a little bit in this world, instead of just kind of being asleep and going from paycheck to paycheck, hoping to find those few moments when I'd actually have a little extra to be able to enjoy life, when life should be enjoyed every day, So what do we got going on in the chat, Sam? Who's here with us? Who's going to help us figure out what the hell's going on with this Bitcoin price and why everyone's going down right now?
We have Swingle Jason. He says, good evening.
Swingle, my man.
Silent Lamb.
Got to drink a cup of coffee this evening and wake up a bit.
Silent Lamb says, time is our friend. I'm with you. I'm with you in this, dude. I'm never leaving. When we find a true bottom, it's on the up. Yes. I mean, it is. I do not like.
It's just, I guess it's one of those moments where, we've been playing defensively. Maybe it's just to actually start being very defensive, to stop dollar cost averaging, to look for a real bottom and then for a pull up. Like maybe not pick up any more Bitcoin until we hit 7,000 or 8,000 again. Maybe what I got is what I have, and it's good enough for now because I can't actually predict it. And I'm tired of feeling like the guy that's out there constantly throwing his money away to lose more. Even though I know, you guys know I know that in the end of all this, Bitcoin is going to be worth $1 million, right? I mean, that it's going to go to the future and become this great currency that we all need because the fiat dollar bill is garbage. But fundamentals and real reasoning and rationalization only goes so far with the world, right? I mean, if that was the way it was, we'd have everybody on reusable energy, right? We'd have good social programs out there to help people in need. The VA wouldn't be the way the VA is. I mean, how many people do we know that can't get proper medical care out of the VA? So, everyone wants life to be fair. And that's one of those things I'm constantly trying to teach my son, is that you're taught that it's fair. You're supposed to be fair. But in actuality, it's not. It's nowhere near fair.
No, yes, even when they try to make it fair, it's not fair.
It's not fair. It's only fair for the people that have money or for the people that can get social media backing, like they have the masses behind them. You know, something goes viral, like, you know, your kid got beat up by a cop and then the whole world is watching and behind you. You know what I mean? But how many other people's kids get beat up by a cop on a daily basis, and because they don't have financial backing to do anything or they didn't go viral, nothing really happens.
No one had a cell phone at the time.
Right, nobody had a cell phone.
John from Malibu says, "Hey guys, I'm hanging with family for the holidays. All my best to you and your family." Yeah, we're all here.
Yep, we're here. We're having our plans. We're doing ham, right, Sam?
Well, yeah, we're not a turkey eater.
And we're gonna do some fresh cranberry sauce, and we got all kinds. I love stuffing. Samantha makes the best stuffing.
That's what he keeps telling me. Joshua Thomas Hansen's here. He says we are getting closer to the bottom. And Paul Rulo says, "I bought more Bitcoin. What else could I do?"
Yeah, I mean, I'm honest with you guys. I'm done at the moment. You know, I am slightly worried that we could go down and see 3,000. You know, I think that we could go. I mean, I wouldn't like it, but if Roger Ver and Craig Wrong are really out there dumping all of their Bitcoin to be able to fuel this war, if, you know, the powers that be that want to get in through the backed exchange are manipulating the price to push it down, so they got a really good starting spot to be able to hop in on this crypto boat. You know, I don't really want to. I have a decent amount of Bitcoin for what I'm looking for at this moment, at this point in my life. So I am good with just holding what I have and waiting maybe a month, see what happens, right? Reassess the situation. There's nothing wrong with that. As when you receive new information, there's nothing wrong with taking the time to evaluate or reevaluate the situation and make a plan to move forward. The plan right now is that Bitcoin has dropped down below levels that we were thinking was not going to happen. And we have those naysayers out there calling for $3,000 and $1,500 and $2,000 Bitcoin. And I can't say that it's not going to happen, right?
That's the main thing, is no one can say. I don't care what anybody says. They can't actually say, yes, it's going to go down this far and then stop. I mean, you don't know. Because, yes, half of this is also just human nature. Once people start seeing stuff, they start getting scared, they start doing stuff they wouldn't even be thinking about doing.
I mean, it's been a long time since we've seen the Bitcoin unconfirmed transactions get up there.
Yeah.
I mean, I just paid, I think for a fast transaction, they were looking for 63 Satoshis a byte. So I just paid like 70 cents or something in order to send that $61 out. I mean, that's not really a lot if you're looking at Western Union, but I mean, that's kind of a lot for the Bitcoin network. I mean, I've sent those same exact transactions for 10 cents.
Yes. John from Malibu says, "I love it. I'm a buyer." Swingle Jason says, "Everyone is scared, but they'll be back when it goes up." Yes.
Of course.
Of course.
And then, I mean,
some more human nature.
There is nothing wrong with buying. Like, if you're one of those people that are, you know, well off, you're not concerned about, you know, how's the mortgage going to get covered next month, or, you know, all the things that people that don't have, I don't know, what's the words I'm looking for here, Samantha? I don't want to say millionaires, but you know what I mean? Some people live comfortably where finances are not a stress. If you're in one of those situations, then, I mean, it is nothing to worry about. But of course, you know me and everything I tell you guys, you know, I'm not rich, far from it, right? So I really am never in a situation to lose money, especially with the holidays happening right now. Christmas is around the corner. Of course, I love my family. I tell you guys, family comes first. They mean everything. So I'm not going to at any point put myself in a situation where I'm telling them we really can't afford the Christmas I like to provide for them over Bitcoin. You know, I'd rather cash out a little bit right now at a loss and be able to guarantee my Christmas on lock than gamble the pursuit of not having the Christmas that you guys deserve. And I mean, you know, I guess people could say, oh, well, you know, you're FOMOing and all this, or fudding and all these other things.
You're FOMOing and fudding, man. You're all of it.
Well, there's so much fun that I'm FOMOing out.
Swingle says he thinks that Switzerland made it official the other day by coming out with their coin. They probably already put an official background price, just like they did with gold. You never know. I mean, that's the other part that sucks about this is there are so many big players or whatever in this that we don't know anything about. We have no idea what their intentions are, their actions, their anything, the repercussions of their actions.
But I mean, if you just stop and think about it for a moment, if you watch the cryptocurrency market go from 1,000 to 20, and you really couldn't get in, and now here you are as a big, huge player, right? Lots of millions of dollars and all of this, you'd want to get the price down as low as you could, you know? You'd pay the media sources to pump up the FUD. You'd maybe make some leverage trades to push the price down. You'd get some friends all together, sway the market, get some bots on your side, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who was it that was saying that, sometimes you miss the train, but big business people, they call the train back,
Right.
So they're just going to push the price back down. They're going to try to get it back as close as they can to that $1,000 so they can get back into it and then let it shoot all the way back up there to 20 and beyond. Because it's going there. I mean, we all know it's going there. We're looking at prices that were on the verge of before segregated witness. Yeah. I mean, so we're going to talk about that Bitcoin price is the same now as before we had our upgrade. I mean, that just seems ridiculous to me. We're able to perform instantaneous transactions now on Bitcoin, up to $600 and as easy as $100 on most channels. So,
yeah. Silent Lamb says alts are hurting like an SOB. Hope people learn to hold BTC only. It's what we all should be backing. They're too young to have holders of confidence, I think.
I mean, when you look at alts, I mean, what? XRapid's only 3 years old. Most alts are only a year old.
Yeah.
So
that's actually one of the longer ones.
The Lindy effect. The longer they've been alive, the longer they're going to stay alive. Well, these alts haven't really been alive long enough where I necessarily think a lot of them are going to survive this. I think this could be like, remember how we kind of kept talking about, ICO scams and all these alts and how there was over 2,000 and how at some point they're going to wash out and die or they're never going to come back to the price they were at their all-time high because it was just a crazy pump. That could be now. That could be what's happening, And of course, do we expect, I mean, the market always seems to move together. Are we really going to see a bunch of alts die and not take Bitcoin with it a little?
Paul Rouleau says Satoshi's vision is blurred with tears. And Silent Lab says I put some in a stable coin waiting for the bottom. The back into BTC also took a bit out for a new gaming rig. It is Christmas, like you said.
Yep. I mean, are you cashing out all the way? That's what it really comes boiling down to. Are you going to go back to zero Bitcoin? Because if you're going back to zero Bitcoin, then I mean, you've had it, you're done with the market, you're going to get out, you're going to go get penny stocks or something else that's silly that you think you're going to go make a bunch of money off of, right? You guys know I'm here for fundamental reasons. You guys know that I'm here for the better pursuit of mankind. You guys know that I'm trying to do this as a nonprofit organization and that none of this money is actually going into my pocket. So it's just that, it's hard to tell people about Bitcoin when the price is coming down. It's hard to stay positive and enthusiastic. And at the same time, you never want to get out here and just keep sounding like a broken record. Saying the same thing over and over again. Buy the dip. Fundamentals have never been better. You guys have all heard that. Everyone's already heard that. So what's different? Why is this different than the other ones? Because it feels different, right? I mean, everybody's kind of.
We were like, I don't know. We were so stable for so long. Like we had like a set price almost.
I mean,
I don't know.
As far as I could tell, most miners are underwater or breaking even. So. As far, you know what I mean? Like if you're a miner and you have to sell some of your Bitcoin in order to cover your electricity costs or your facility costs or whatever costs you may have, your overhead, you're breaking even right now? Okay. Well, why is the price continuing to keep dropping? Who's selling at a loss? Well, that would tell me that that's not new Bitcoin. That's old Bitcoin. That's old Bitcoin that somebody got at less than the price now so that they could sell it and not.
It would really suck if the Bitcoin cashes were like that. They really were just like selling off their nest egg, like to try to fund their craziness. I mean, I don't. That's what I'm saying. You don't know. You don't get to know. Like it's
not until it's 3 months
past. Yes, and how everybody had so much insight on the last time we went down. Like, 4 months afterwards, they were all like, "Oh, well, it could have been this. Oh, wait, we saw that it was this, and Tether's not real." And I mean, really, I don't know.
I mean,
it is what it is. And
I would just have to say that this is people that bought Bitcoin at $1,000 or under. They could sell right now, not say, "Hey, I'm still taking profit off the table. I'll see what happens with this stuff." So it's not miners, right? I mean, this is all extrapolated from my head and my thoughts and my personal opinion. It's not the miners. It's not us hodlers.
Right.
It's not anybody that bought at 20,000, because if you bought at 20,000,
why in the hell would you be doing the yes?
You're not.
Why are you selling now?
Why sell now? Exactly.
And you had so many options of selling out. Why would this be the one? But I mean that yes. It is what it is sometimes, and that's why I don't like the people who game theory and all of it, because you never can tell. Like that is the shake the magic 8 ball is really just no one has the answers.
So what do we got in the chat?
We have Smooth Talking Hank.
Smooth Talking Hank, my buddy, what is up?
He says, it's definitely frustrating to see these dips, but it's been great to accumulate, and he is glad that you all are still out here doing live streams. Yes, we will. To the day we die, probably.
Yep. We heard we watched a bunch of videos today right before we came on.
We watched a bunch of everything.
I was trying to see what the sentiment was, like what people were feeling out here. Because, of course, the talk is all about the price, and nobody actually has any real answers, so I don't want to listen to everybody blow smoke at me on why they think the price is going down, when realistically we're not going to know until the price starts to go back up again. Then they'll be like, "Oh, this is why the price went down." So, I'm just saying, I don't know how low the price is going. We all have to act a little defensively at this point. There is no guarantees or certainties in this market. We could see 2,000. We could see 1,500, like they're calling for our bottom. But at the same time, will we know? Well, I mean, we'll know for sure when we see prices over 7,000 or 8,000 that we're going back up again. So would there be anything wrong with sitting on the sideline and waiting to pick up Bitcoin at that price again, knowing that we are going to be shooting over 20? I mean, Bitcoin always surpasses prior all-time highs. That has always occurred. I mean, so I would have no reason to believe that Bitcoin would never surpass 20,000. I'm just slightly disappointed that I'm hearing a lot of people say 3 to 5 years now. It's like, where were you guys a couple months ago? Because like all year long, first it was consensus, and then it was this, and then it was the technical analysis wedge, and then it was December. And so did they just finally give up on pushing it off a little bit and said, "Frig it, we're going to throw it 3 years out"? It's just, you know what I mean? It's the whole, they are always one extreme or the other. It's about to go up tomorrow. No, don't worry, you guys. Get a drink and a snack, because we got a long time till the price of Bitcoin goes back up. It's like, make up your mind. It has to be somewhere in the middle.
Right.
We're just going to have the 2020 halving go by. The box going to open up. I mean, we're just going to have development. The Lightning Network is just going to blast off here next year, and the price is not going to move.
Yes. No.
I mean, who else out there feels like this is manipulation? Like, I really feel that this one, over a lot of the other ones I've seen in the last 2 years, is manipulation. I really believe that this is being manipulated to bring the price down so that hedge funds, credit investors, BOC, whatever it may be, can start picking up our Bitcoin cheap. Like, because like they say, the markets The markets can stay insolvent longer than, or can stay irrational longer than you can stay solvent. And that's what I'm slightly worried about, is that, I'm not rich, I can only hold on to Bitcoin so long. I can only see the price go down so much before I actually have like nothing in savings or anything anymore. So
Mateo is here. He says that he bought at 10K. 1 BTC.
I mean, are you selling? Are you gonna cash out now and sell at a loss? I mean,
no one needs to be cashing out. Don't.
Well, I'm just asking, because that's what's happening.
I know.
Like, I mean,
that is what's happening. Obviously,
there's not 22,000 unconfirmed transactions because everybody's hodling. Either they're going to the exchange to go get into another coin, like we've seen, XRP isn't dropping as fast, or they're going to get into one of these 24 different stable coins we now have, or they're going to cash.
I know, the stable coins.
There isn't a flood of activity on the Bitcoin network because of just standard movement. People are all of a sudden deciding to go pay some bills and give me money at my tally fund,
Well, Sterling Payton says that maybe BTC thieves from those exchange heists, maybe everybody dump in their profits of hacking and manipulating of the, none of them were, they would have had to take whatever coins from all the different exchanges and bought in BTC and then sold it.
See, I mean, unfortunately, I've been at work all day today and haven't been able to like stare at the charts. But I mean, I wonder what the volume is. I wonder what the sell volume is right now on Bitcoin. I mean, are we looking at like thousands of Bitcoins up for sale right now?
Yeah. Well, Sterling's saying he's still buying. And we have the crypto type.
Awesome. Nice.
Right. It's not very often we actually have the people that we like talk to be in the chat too. Yay. But he says, yeah, we're all getting hit. Yes.
Oh yeah, buddy. We've seen that EOS was under $4. That's certain.
And Paul Berlo says guaranteed manipulation.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, I mean, it's just going to hurt us in the long run, because if we really think this ETF is going to pass and then it does come out that this is all being manipulated, it's going to lead more into their saying, you guys are too crazy over there to let you guys open up an ETF. You guys are just going to manipulate the shit out of this.
Moscow Mule's here. He says buying more. And then he says, any thoughts on the XLM and XRP being too different, two of very few to make it through these bloodbaths? Yeah,
because it's that I had heard it too, that people were talking about jumping ship on Bitcoin and hopping over to Ripple.
I'd go Stellar before Ripple, but yes.
And then Stellar is their competitor. Ripple is centralized, Stellar is a little more decentralized. So those two are working together. I mean, I could see them holding along at this pace if Bitcoin doesn't drop down any further. But if we start seeing below a $4,000 Bitcoin, there's no way that any cryptocurrency is going to be able to hold what they got. Bitcoin's going to take them with it.
Paul Rullo says the BACT was delayed.
I had heard that too. I didn't know what it was delayed to. I didn't get around to an article on it.
Yeah, we've only been home like an hour from work. So
I know I had seen the price on my lunch break and I was like,
it was not an awesome day at work. And then to just be having more, it was like, God, can you please just stop kicking me when I'm down? Like, please.
I know, and you had your grumpy face going today.
Grumpy face. Grumpy. January 24th is what Skyflyer says. Or Skyflyer? Skyflyer. We'll go with Skyflyer.
That's not too bad. That's like a 40-day delay.
Yeah, and Paul Rullo says till 2019. So, I mean, yeah, January would be.
Well, hey, maybe my predictions will come true. I've been saying February. You go back, check all my videos. I've been saying February for like a month now. So, maybe.
Maybe. That in itself is that good or bad for us anyways? So.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm hitting the brakes on buying more at the moment. I'm just going to kind of wait and see what happens right now, because it is very unpredictable. It's hard when
you don't even get like a day or two, like, you know, like the whole mourning process, and, you know, like everybody's still in denial because it's like it's dropping fast enough that no one's even like coming to terms with the price that it's at before it drops some more.
Right.
So it's just like, oh my, and I think that's half of it, is that, you know, you're not even being able to like in your brain rationalize, like make peace with the price before you hit refresh and it's down $200 more, you know, and then like by the time you wake up, it's, you know, literally went to the next 1,000, and that's.
But we also haven't seen Bitcoin take double-digit losses like this
Oh,
day after
yeah.
day after day. I mean, I really can't think of any time at all since this year, like since we've been, you know, going through this bear market. So, I mean, it's a situation that this is different. You know, this is a lot different. You're losing money hand over fist, where before it's been, you lose a little. Okay, look, it bounced up green. All right, we lost a little. Oh, we bounced up green. We lost a little. You know, it's been a up, down, Bart Simpson haircut, you know, on the charts, where now it's just boom, 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 hanging out with the devil before you know it.
I mean, it doesn't help that in human nature, you want to follow the herd. And so when everybody is doing, you know, awesome stuff, everybody is going along with it.
Some of it is that now everybody's pulling up all these charts, right? And the big one is the psychology one, trying to figure out where we are, and we're somewhere near the bottom, but not quite at the bottom. One of the other ones is telling us, like, you know, how markets travel, and that we could see a spike up again. Like, we could come down to like 3,800 and then come all the way back up to like 5,500 before we shoot back down to 2,000.
Right, where it drops again.
And it's a situation like that I don't necessarily want to get caught in. That's why I keep saying, like, a stand on the sidelines and wait and see. I do have Bitcoin. I did take a little bit in cash. Now let me just stand on the sides to play it safe and see what does happen. But if for some reason I started seeing Bitcoin get back up to $7,000 again, I know the game's back on, and I got to jump back in the field, and I got to start playing again, and I can't sit on the sidelines no more, because this is going to take off real fast, real quick.
Paul Rillo says, hey, oh, sorry, guys. Oh, apparently I'm tired.
I think you need the coffee.
Right? Well, I don't have any Diet Mountain Dew, so yeah. Paul Rillo says, I'm out of fiat until next week, so we'll see what it looks like then. Ugh. So are we, bro, so don't worry about it. I mean, just wait, just hold. I mean, don't hold all of it if you don't.
Now it's kind of a situation where if you haven't done something, kind of too late, because I mean, unless you're thinking that it's going to drop down another 10% tomorrow, which it possibly could. So don't take my financial advice. I'm just a dumb guy who lives in the woods. You know, what are you going to do? You're going to lock in your losses?
Yes.
I'm going to lock my losses in for sure.
I would like this price to be what Yes, put that on the graph right there. That one was me.
So, I mean, now at this point, it's like you got to live with it. I don't know what's going to happen with the price of Bitcoin. I just know that, unfortunately, saying the same exact thing, fundamentals have never been better. We're looking at the halving and getting closer. The long-term view on Bitcoin has never been brighter than what it is now. Who cares if the bot got pushed off 40 days? I mean, this is still institutional investor stuff. This is still an uncertainty on whether or not it's actually going to do anything to help the price go up. It's not the ETF, it's just another Bitcoin settlement type of situation for hedge funds and accredited investors to get in, which we still aren't necessarily sure how good or bad it's going to be for the market if they do get in, Because, yes, they're going to want it to go up, but they're also going to want it to come back down so they can sell and buy back in.
Yeah, it's another damned if you do, damned if you don't.
They're going to want the market to go up and down, where we just want it to go to the moon. We just want everybody to start using it. We want everybody to have a Bitcoin Samurai wallet on their cell phone and be sitting there paying at the gas station and the grocery store, and I want my paycheck in Bitcoin type stuff. That's what we're looking for. That's not what they're looking for. They're looking for more Skrilla. They want more fiat. They want to be able to give back their money and have fat pockets on the side too, and all of that kind of stuff.
Paul Berlo says, I just hoard my coins. And then he comes back with Hoardle. Oh, you gotta love it. That's right.
So what time we got, Samantha? How long we been out here?
7-Eleven. Stay up all
7-Eleven?
night.
We've been out here a half hour?
Yep.
40 minutes, actually.
Yes, 40 minutes.
All right, you guys. Well, I mean, if there's more you want to talk about with this price, I really don't know what else to go around and around with. You know, I just wanted to be honest with you guys with what I'm doing. I wanted to hear what you guys were doing about the price. You know, at the same time, don't be invested more than you can lose. If for some reason you are like, you really did dig yourself in a hole and you're really stressing out about it and you really want someone to talk to me, man. Hit me up. Of course, you know, I'm not a suicide hotline or nothing, but I am your friend if you're watching. And I'll talk with you and I'll help you understand why holding for the long term is definitely the way to go. Like, I mean, Bitcoin price is going to come back up. Don't cut your losses right now and be owing the bank a bunch of money because you took a loan or something silly that you probably shouldn't have done because you FOMO'd in. I've heard a lot of people doing that. As always, you guys, I got all kinds of tools, links, and affiliation codes listed down there below. I know nobody wants to, but I got those donational addresses, and I got that tally fund going to help spread Bitcoin awareness. Don't worry.
Hey, on the upside, it's like 40 days away or something. No, wait.
We're
1, 2, 3, 74?
Something. 73,
Yeah.
72.
And then we still have 16 more days or something from that. So maybe by then
yeah,
it'll
don't worry
be
about
good.
all that. But you know what you still can do? You can go check me out on all that other social media that I'm posting to. Tribes has been going great over there. I'm really enjoying that one. The community is nice. They even went and changed. You could upvote once a day, and now it's once every 2 days. So that just cut down the number of tokens being spread around out there. That should definitely help the value of those. I'm glad I got 8,000 of them. All right, you guys. As always. Oh, wait. Is there anything? No.
Crypto Shrugged Author says that's a good one to the Hortle. And so does we're going to go Trini Man. He says LOL. And Sterling says good night.
So what's up? What's our plans for tomorrow?
Well, we're off.
Are we going to do a show in the morning?
Yeah, why not?
All right, then. So we'll see you guys out here tomorrow morning. Don't forget that notification bell. Like I told you guys, the evening shows, they're for everybody, but they're kind of up in the air on the time. Sometimes 6. As you can see today, 6:30. I don't know. They might be 7 on some of these days. But we will definitely be out here Monday, Wednesday, Saturday morning, 7:45. Next Monday, we're looking at crypto news education.
Yes. Bitcoin crypto news education.
Crypto news education is going to be joining us out here Monday. Tomorrow, I was possibly going to be having a nice spot on Bitcoin Ben's show, but I haven't heard back from him on Twitter, so that's a maybe. These things tend to fall through, especially when the price is dropping like this. It's funny because when you're here and you're doing this, like this show that I'm doing and all of the help desk, when the price is down, nobody wants to donate. Nobody wants to watch your show.
Dude, nobody wants to talk about it. They're like, shut up. Stop.
But when the price is going up, I ain't got enough arms or time in the day to be able to talk to all of you guys. So remember, I'm here for you guys no matter what. But remember to keep your BTC safe.
Bye, guys.